WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. There could be a change in leadership in the Webster County Sheriff's Department.
Tim Mitchell submitted his resignation to the Board of Supervisors, but he's reconsidering the decision. WCBI's Quentin Smith joins us live from Webster County to sort it all out for us. Quentin.
Yeah, Andrea, this is a letter of resignation that Sheriff Tim Mitchell submitted to the Webster County Board of Supervisors on November 30th. And in this letter, Mitchell cites declining health issues as the reason for this decision. But as you all just pointed out, there is a chance that Mitchell could rescind this letter. Now, according to Mitchell, he's waiting to hear back from doctors regarding his health issues. Mitchell tells me he could hear back from them within the next week or two. And depending on what they tell him, Mitchell could either step down from his position or repeal this letter and continue serving as the sheriff right here in Webster County. Mitchell tells us that submitting this letter was more so for precautionary reasons and to give county leaders a heads up that there is a chance he could have to step down due to his health. I also want to point out the Board of Supervisors did accept this letter of resignation, so as things currently stand, the resignation will go into effect on January 2nd of 2019. We're going to continue to follow the story and bring you the latest details as they become available, but for now, we're reporting live in Eupora. Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
Wow, that's a scary scene there at a Starkville Sprint Mart. This happened on Academy Road back on November the 5th, and the robber is still on the run tonight. Starkville police hoping that releasing this video will help find the gunman, or maybe someone out there recognizes his voice. SPD also continues to investigate an armed robbery at Dollar General on Stark Road. If you have any information, call Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen.
A shots fired call Saturday in Boonville ends with one person facing charges. 28-year-old Andrew Miller is charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of shooting at a motor vehicle. Officers responded to the call around 5:45 Saturday at a house on Hatchie Street. After searching another house on the street, detectives found a gun and other evidence that led them to Miller. His bond was set at $100,000. The case will be presented to the Prentiss County Grand Jury. No one was injured in that shooting. If you build it, they will come. It's a great movie line. But does it work when it comes to bringing new retail business to your town? Renovating old buildings and building new stores, it's all on the table for the retail consultant hired by the city of Columbus rather. Will Klein met with business leaders today at City Hall. He told the group about collecting data and demographics. This is the time the group is gathering information to present to the city council. He also toured schools today to get a better feel for the community. Klein says this is the first inning of a long game to reach success. Our Jory Talley has more.
Will Klein is Team Columbus. He says the city's story can be the game changer for retailers, developers, and brokers across the country. A part of the Friendly City's success is the Air Force Base.
Another is just its proximity to other popular towns, including Starkville and Mississippi State, and so a lot of people are in the area. We've identified a trade area population here in Columbus, so in our world, that's essentially saying that this many people shop regularly in Columbus, 60,000 people.
The number of people in Columbus and the amount of people it attracts is another base retailers want to reach.
They're going to spend this much of their money on these retail goods and services. You fit this certain category, I think you can make money here. So ultimately what I want to do is present the market in a way, obviously a positive light, to potential prospects who may have interest to be successful here. But it's their decision if they truly believe that they can be successful.
When you highlight a town's advantages, marketers like Klein also have to highlight its disadvantages and work to score the retailers.
I think it takes an understanding from a local government of what the possibilities of Lee Mall could be, and that's the role that we're going to help the city realize. From there, and once we kind of understand what we have and what we're dealing with, I think we then take that story and try to search for a developer.
Klein believes the mall could actually be an advantage over other competing towns.
To my knowledge, there isn't a mall area in both Starkville or West Point, and again, I believe that Columbus is the principal city, retail-wise, in the Golden Triangle. I think healthcare as well, and so a number of people come here to work, come here to dine, come here to shop.
Klein believes the Lee Middle School project is something else that might help the city land a home run.
Moving dirt is always a really positive thing. People always tend to be interested. This particular property isn't a lot of dirt moving right now, but there is a lot of construction going on the inside. And so really excited because that part of town, that sort of 82 area, I think is an emerging retail district, and this may be the centerpiece or the anchor that the market needs.
Klein says by the end of the 90-day mark, he'll have all of the Columbus's numbers, data, and market information, and will be in a position to then start the recruitment.
A Sullivan, Alabama factory will expand in January. Hyster-Yale Materials Handling says its Bolzoni lines North America attachment manufacturing will move from Illinois to the West Alabama facility. Bolzoni will control the facility's product manufacturing, and the range of products made there will be expanded. Employees will work for Bolzoni. And it is time now to get a first look at our forecast. We'll turn it over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Right now, Andrea, we are clear. We are getting cool in Tupelo, 39 degrees. The wind thankfully has relaxed, now calm across our area, but some spots like Starkville and Louisville, 34, 32 degrees, 35 in Columbus. So a chilly evening out there for our Wednesday. 30s and then some 20s and then mid-20s for lows tonight. Another very cool night across our region. Much like this morning, we were down into the mid to upper 20s. Same story tonight. Tomorrow, the clouds start to build back in. We're back up to around 50. Rain is coming our way. We'll talk about more details in just a few minutes.
Healthcare costs increase every year, and it is a growing issue for employers.
Today, several companies met to see what they can do to lower costs and improve employee health. Our Riley Livingston has the story.
The Mississippi Business Group on Health is traveling the state in hopes of helping employers understand and improve employee health. One of the big issues is the cost of health care.
Well, a lot of them faced with the rising costs, not just medical costs, but pharmacy costs, because most consumers don't know where to access care at the right time at the right place. So by aligning it properly and teaching people how they can do that, it's going to help lower cost overall.
Many companies partner with insurance companies to encourage workers to track their fitness and their diet. The goal is to lower costs.
Having a program where the goal is to manage care for patients in a way that they take better care of themselves. Obviously, that's the benefit to the employee in the long run.
Quality of life issues are also a big concern in the workplace, and knowing how to take advantage of them.
I think they've got to really make sure that they communicate their employee benefits better to employees so they understand that it's part of their total compensation. When people start understanding that and recognizing that, they'll utilize those benefits.
But there are also things workers can do to make a difference.
It's truly important for us to stay healthy, whether that means parking further away, getting extra steps, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, eating well, reading your nutrition labels. So just being sure that we're aware of what we're doing. It doesn't have to be a huge impact. Small things can make a big difference. Stay on top of your wellness screenings. Go to the doctor for small things. Get your blood work done. Just stay on top of your health. You are your own best advocate.
Experts say if a worker is healthy, their work productivity, that is, usually increases. This next Educator of the Week was nominated by someone right under their nose. Hannah Pollard is the teacher we are highlighting this week. She teaches the 3rd and 4th grade at West Clay Elementary School. Pollard was nominated by her own tutor who helps out the busy teacher. He says Pollard is known for going above and beyond, which is what inspired him to be a teacher one day.
She inspires me to be a great teacher because she spends countless weekends, countless hours after the school day to grade papers and plan for the next day.
Well, first I was mad and shocked, but I'm glad that he thinks that that much of me to nominate me.
To nominate an outstanding teacher, visit WCBI.com.
All right, how to keep your crop growing and getting the best results. Those are questions area farmers are asking.
We have some answers to some of those concerns next on WCBI News at 6.
WCBI's Educator of the Week is brought to you by Food Giant, where your neighbors are the owners. You're watching WCBI News at 6 with Andrea Self and Joey Barnes.
Welcome back, everyone. Nationwide, farmers are facing struggles that stunt the growth of their crop and how much money they harvest. The MSU Extension Service's The Row Crop Short Course is answering some of their concerns.
Our Blair Schaefer was there to hear some of those answers. She joins us now in the studio with more. Blair.
Joey, this course was initially just for cotton farmers, but as growers expanded their crops, more problems came up and farmers needed answers. That's when this course took a turn.
We saw the need that we needed to expand the meeting to more than just cotton.
And when this course started to expand on more topics, more questions emerged. One specific problem came up more than others: resistance.
We've learned how to manage these resistance problems with different variety selection, chemical pesticide selection, and different things that we know that can help us on our bottom line.
Industry leaders say whether it's herbicide resistance or insecticide resistance, fighting pests is an evolving tactic. And the MSU Agriculture Department is constantly addressing year-to-year struggles.
We design our program around the questions that we got during the summer, and we try to provide them answers and solutions to those questions in case they face them in the upcoming year.
These answers are putting money back into farmers' pocketbook.
If I can give a consultant or a farmer a tip that might save them, say, $10 an acre, and they farm, 5,000 acres, the math jumps really quick. And that's the kind of information we're trying to provide them to keep them in business and remain profitable.
Cotton farmers have made a profit over the past 6 years.
Our yields have gone up in a lot of ways due to this conference.
Researchers are giving farmers power with knowledge. If they know what type of crop grows best and where, farmers can make more money.
Picking a variety is very important. Some varieties will yield more. Some are cheaper to manage, whether it be growth regulators or insecticides. So we look at all this information that our researchers have gathered for us, and we implement that in our plan.
Over 900 people attended this year's conference, and compare that to the 40 people that showed up before the course started a couple years ago.
Clouds increase on Thursday. We are starting out in the 20s again, much like this morning. Maybe a heavy frost out there. Highs around 50. The wind from the south, though, so a little bit warmer than today. Rain's coming our way. More on that after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Right now we have temperatures out there cooling down into the 30s, mid and upper 30s, mainly clear conditions out there. Let's check out the country right now. ICU Phoenix, 71 degrees, sticking out like a sore thumb. Most of us cooling on down because it is December. I do want to show you this animation of where temperatures at least 55 degrees will be over the next 7 days. We've colored them, and notice how most of the country will be below that threshold, including our area here. We should be averaging temperatures right now in the mid-50s. Maybe by next Wednesday or Thursday we'll get back up to that level, but pretty chilly for the next 7 days. But at least today we had a lot of sunshine. Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon, Durham's Pharmacy, downtown Louisville, Mississippi. Right there you can see how gorgeous of a day we had. And then the sun slipped below the horizon. We are getting cool right now. Our next weather maker way out here in California, right there. San Diego, always one of those picturesque cities where it never seems to rain. The weather is always beautiful, right, in San Diego, but right now it is wet. And that's how it's going to look on our radar Saturday around here. Lots of rain, a pretty nasty day coming. But tonight, clear and cold down into the mid-20s. Here's your Thursday, upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Clouds will gradually spill on into the region during the day on Thursday, but I think we're going to stay dry. Those clouds thicken further as we get into our Friday. Some showers are possible during the day. Most of the rain holds off until late in the day into the evening, and our rain chances up to 100% on Saturday. And it looks like we may see 1 to 3 inches of rain around the region here as we start the weekend. Most of this will fall on Saturday, but look at this big, huge swath all the way across the southeast. On the northern side of this, it will be a pretty good swath of some wintry weather from Arkansas into parts of Tennessee. We may see a few snowflakes late Sunday into early Monday in northeast Mississippi. Not a big deal for us at this point, but we will be plenty wet, it would appear. You can see this bigger version of Futurecast showing that system coming together there as we get into our Friday. The low tracks right along the Gulf Coast, so for us that means a raw, nasty, chilly rain here for our Saturday, and there's that wintry precip just to our north. So we will dodge that bullet, it would appear. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Pretty chilly for the next 7 days. Lots of 40s on there and pretty wet on Saturday. There's your forecast. Sports is next after the break.
WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
For the fourth time in 5 years, the SEC Offensive Player of the Year comes from Tuscaloosa. Sophomore quarterback Tua Tagovailoa takes home the honor as the conference's top offensive player. Tua broke the Alabama record, tossing 37 touchdowns to this point in the season while throwing for 3,300 yards. The sophomore gunslinger has also been named a Heisman Trophy finalist. More awards from around the SEC. Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops was named head coach of the year, leading the Wildcats to its first New Year's Six Bowl since 1998. Wildcats Josh Allen, defensive player of the year with his league-leading 14 sacks. Pair of Bama winners, Jalen Waddle was named the SEC Freshman of the Year, and Alabama offensive lineman Jonah Williams named Blocker of the Year. Alabama's Hale Hentis was also named the Scholar Athlete of the Year. Amory native Will Hall is heading back to Louisiana. Tulane has hired Hall as its newest offensive coordinator. Hall spent the 2018 season as associate head coach and tight ends coach at Memphis, where the Tigers ranked top 10 in total offense. Hall could be making his way to this neck of the woods soon. Tulane is lined up to play Mississippi State in 2020 and Ole Miss in 2021 as part of their non-conference slate. ICC sophomore pitcher Houston Harding signs to play baseball with the Diamond Dogs. The new member of Mississippi State Baseball helped lead ICC to its highest ranking in program history, number 2 last year. He also was fantastic, had a 9-4 record while tossing a 4.42 ERA. He also led, that's a 9-3 record, excuse me. He also struck out an ICC team high 95 batters. Some more signings from around our area. Saltillo center back Alexis Hall will continue her soccer career in Fulton. She signed on to join ICC Soccer today. Hall is a captain of the Lady Tigers and is also a 3-year starter. Sad news this morning out of Starkville. Longtime Yellow Jackets head baseball coach and teacher Danny Carlisle passed away in his home this morning. The man who Starkville's baseball field is named after helped build the program into a state powerhouse. Carlisle coached the game he loved for 28 years and led the Starkville Yellow Jackets baseball program to 3 state championships. Carlisle had also battled cancer for the past decade. He was 65 years old. WCBI News will return right after the break.
It's Disney on Ice presents Worlds of Enchantment. It's coming to Tupelo, so get ready to enter a world of magic with Ariel, Lightning McQueen, Buzz Lightyear, and many more Disney favorites. The performances kick off tomorrow. They go through Sunday at the Bancorp South Arena. The tickets are $15. For more information, you can visit DisneyOnIce.com and make sure you tune in to Sunrise on Friday. Allie Martin will be joining us live from Tupelo with a sneak peek at all the fun. I actually will be there tomorrow live at 5 with a preview.
Should be a lot of fun. You also have the opportunity to receive a complimentary ticket voucher by donating a coat. Donations of new or gently used children's coats will be collected tomorrow from 6:30 to 9 a.m. at the Bancorp South Arena. 1 coat donation is equal to 1 voucher. Great idea. Vouchers must be redeemed at the Bancorp South Arena box office. The coat drive is in partnership with the Mississippi Radio Group in support of United Way.
All right.
That's a great idea.
It'll be cold inside and outside the arena, won't it?
I don't know. At least the inside will be dry.
Yeah. This is true.
I've got that friendly cloud on Saturday. You just love to see that big, huge black cloud.
Oh, goodness.
Saturday, I'm just going to be blunt here. Saturday is going to be a disaster of a weather day. Find some stuff to do indoors.
All right, shop. And Joey and I were talking during the break. So my daughter is 9, so she's sort of moving out of the Disney on Ice arena. You're moving into it.
We're just skating right on in.
Got a 1-year-old.
It won't be long.
It will not.
All right, thanks for joining us, everyone.